So it's still quite early in the morning, weather's beautiful. I'm heading into Epping Forest now. The Queen Elizabeth's hunting lodge is back behind me in the distance, just kind of behind those thickets there. And midweek, there's nobody around. I feel like I have the forest to myself. If it weren't for the sound of traffic still from the Epping Forest New Road here to the right, it would be absolutely peaceful and quiet. So I'm hoping as I get further into the woods over here, I'll catch a little bit of that serenity. So I've made my way now just north of Connaught Water, which is a lovely park. A lot of people walk their dogs there. And I'm here at Grimston's Oak. Grim is of course a by name of Woden, so this may have been an old cult centre. Perhaps this oak is sacred to Woden. I'm on the Grimston Oak Trail and it's quiet. And over here behind me are pollarded oaks, which Epping Forest is famous for. These pollarded oaks were cut at human height to gather firewood, sticks for besom making and fencing, and they were cut high enough that the deer couldn't eat the new shoots, but they're all over the forest like this. They just sort of spring out of the trunk at head height. I'm a bit red-faced. I just slogged it up a hill through some thick mud. I've done about 5 miles this morning so far. And one of the things that I love about Epping Forest is the way that it changes. You know, I just came up on this hill. We've been seeing these beautiful oaks, and behind me over here is holly thickets. And it's just holly everywhere. But then over here on this side of me, I'm coming into some silver birch. And there's really something special about silver birch. It's just this beautiful, mystical white trees. So this is High Beach. I'm actually not too far from Church Road. These are the pillow mounds. And you just gotta hop over them. when you've been walking all day and it's just at lunchtime, and right on the edge of every forest there's a pub. King's Oak. This gorgeous, welcoming part of Epping Forest is the Great Monk Wood. There's all these leaves and pieces of grass just blowing in the wind. The moss looks so soft. Truly the gods live here. I just spoke to a lovely couple who had lived around here for 40 years but had never really come out here to Loughton Camp, which is strange. But here I am. I made it to my destination, Loughton Camp. This is where I used to play as a child and where I first found the gods. So this is my spiritual home. I've been gone for 22 years, and it's kind of an emotional moment coming back to it. So I'm going to go walk around. So this is it. This is the home of the Catavolani. Perhaps even Boudica. She would certainly have known of it. Visited here. These are the barrows, the earthworks. Quite steep. That's where the village would have been, here in the centre. These are the earthwork mounds. I've been walking around Loughton Camp and I just found 3 trees with a stump in the centre. It looks like a good place to make an offering, so I'm going to head over there. think this is a good spot. The forest itself is the last place that you can still legally collect deadfall as part of the loppers' rights that were preserved when the City of London took over the forest in the 19th century. So I am protecting my commoners' rights, and I've collected some deadfall. I'll take these back with me, and hopefully I'll be able to make some wands out of these that grew from these trees here at the home of the Katavalani tribe. Sacred ground. It's so hard to describe the absolute majesty of this place. The thousands of years of history, of worship, of magic that have occurred here. It's quiet, a little eerie. It's a good high point, a defensible position. And here on top of these earthworks, they will bring the safety to the Katavalani. They defied the Romans. Back to Connaught Waters. So it's now 4 p.m. I've hiked 11 miles. I've probably got about another mile to go today, which is a leisurely pace but a long hike. It's been a lot of fun. I'm in the grounds of Queen Elizabeth's hunting lodge, right back where I began. Now it's time to take a walk and hop on the bus and get back home. But as I'm standing here trying to put to words what it's like to be back here, it's I'm lost. There's an absolute sense of purity here after spending days in the hubbub of London, where people sit on the train and don't make eye contact, to walking through here and meeting other ramblers and people walking their dogs, and everybody says good afternoon, good morning, hello, how are you? Had a couple of chats here and there on the way. It's not completely isolated, but you can be isolated here. It's a continuity. There are times where it's felt humbling and other times where it's just felt empowering to stroll through these places. There's nowhere that's more home than here. But that said, this time tomorrow I'll be on a flight back to Florida, which is my home, and the only thing that would make it more perfect would be to have Gilly here with me. From the place I love, I'll go back to the woman I love. That's good enough.